going to get right into multiplying using base 10 models. I am going to be showing you two different ways to come up with the same answer, but using different methods. As you can see, our first problem is 15 times 8. So I'm going to start by representing 15 times 8 because that is what this multiplication fact represents. To compose 15, I need 110 and 5 ones. I'm going to have to represent this same amount 7 more times. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, the first way I'm going to show you to come up with the solution is through the use of repeated addition. Whatever place you're in, that is what you count by. So when we do this method, we start in the ones place, so I'm going to count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That creates another 10. So I'm going to put that 10 over into the tens place. And notice I'm making it darker so we can tell that's the one I'm regrouping. I try to make another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can make another 10. And I'm going to add that 10 into the tens place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can make another group of 10. I'm going to add that on to the tens place. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can make another 10. So I'm going to add that on to the tens place. Now, as you can see, I can't make any more groups of 10. And I also don't have any left over. So the digit that is going to represent the ones place is 0. I have none left over. I had to regroup all of them. Now I go over to the tens place, and since I'm in the tens place, I'm going to count by 10, remembering to add on the ones that we regrouped as well. So that would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I'm going to group those. And again, just double checking myself. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Actually, I did miss one. Always good to double check. Okay, so those 10 tens make a group of 100. Okay, can I make another group of 100? No, I cannot. But I do see that there are 2 tens left over. So the digit that represents the tens place is 2. Okay, and I only have one group of hundreds, so that's automatically going to represent the hundreds place. So my final product in this scenario is 120. Okay, now we're going to represent this same multiplication fact. I'm going to represent it in the same way, but just show you a different way to come up with the answer. So as we talked about in the last problem, 15 is composed of 110 and 5 ones. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that same number 6 more times since I've already done it twice. Okay, now instead of looking at this as repeated addition, I could also look at each place as its own separate array. As we learned from a few videos back, arrays represent multiplication. So I can look at the ones place, for example, as a multiplication fact or an array because it is a set of rows and columns. When I look at the ones place, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. So 8 rows of, that's the multiplication symbol. And then what is in each row? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 8 rows of 5. If I count by 5s 8 times, that equals to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I can just put that total amount in the ones place to represent the ones place. Now, I can make an array with the tens as well, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. 8 rows of, and each one of these is equivalent to a group of 10. So there are 8 rows of 10. 8 times 10 is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And as you can see, with those places, I've created partial products, because a part of this 15 is the ones, and the ones are 8 rows of 5 that make 40. And then the tens are 8 rows of 10 that make 80. So when I put those partial products together, what I got with each of those arrays, that would also give me a final answer of 120. Again, 2 different perspectives, but you still get the same end result. Now we're going to apply these 2 methods to a bigger multiplication problem, a 3 by 1 digit. We're going to be looking at now 352 times 4. This means I'm going to be creating 352 4 times. The number 352 is composed of 3 hundreds, 5 tens, and 2 ones. Okay, now I have to show that amount 3 more times to make it multiply by 4. So here's my 352 times 4. I'm first going to solve from a perspective of repeated addition. Starting in the ones place, I'm going to count by ones. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have enough to make a group of 10, so 8 will be represented by the ones place. Okay, in the tens place, I'm going to count by tens. That will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This makes an additional group of hundreds, and I'm just going to add it down below since there's not much space here. Okay, do I have enough to make another group of 100? Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yes, I do. So I'm going to add this to the hundreds place as well. Okay, I don't have enough to make another group of 100, but I also don't have any tens left over. So the digit that's going to represent the tens place is 0. Okay, now I'm going to go into the hundreds place. Now that I'm in the hundreds place, I'm going to count by hundreds. That would be 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 10 hundreds make 1,000. All of these create 1,000. Okay, do I have enough to make another 1,000? No, but I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds left over. So the digit that represents the hundreds place is 4. Okay, and I only have 1,000, so I'm just going to bring that down to represent the thousands place. And my final answer is 1,408. Okay, now I'm going to show you the same scenario, representing 352 in the same way, but using each place as its own product through arrays. As we talked about, 352 is represented by 3 hundreds, 5 tens, and 2 ones. I'm going to repeat this picture 3 more times because I have to show it 4 times. Okay, now starting in the ones place. The ones place does create an array. The array that it's showing right now is 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of, how many are in each row? 1, 2. So 4 rows of 2. 4 rows of 2 would be 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's still represented by 8. Okay, in the tens place, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. But we have to count these by tens. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 4 rows of 50. Okay. In the hundreds place, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. But since we're in the hundreds place, we have to count each one by 100. So there's 4 rows of 100, 200, 300. Okay, now if you've watched my other videos, I've shown you how to come up with these partial products. When we do 4 times 50, we really just need to think 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. And then since 50 has 1 0 on it, I need to add 1 0 to my answer to make 200. Okay, 4 times 300. I just need to think of 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And since 300 has 2 zeros, I'm going to add 2 zeros onto my answer to make 1,200. When I combine those partial products, that's 1,200 plus 200 plus 8. 0 plus 0 is 8. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 2 is 4. Bring down the comma, bring down the 1. I get my final product of 1,408. Same answer, just 2 different perspectives. That's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing multiplication, the way our littles see it in school. Let me know what you think in the comments. Everybody take care.